Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about sleigh bells. So, this is another one of those Christmas horror films which, you know, I'm a sucker for the holiday horror films. So, I was browsing Tubi looking for some Christmas related horror films to watch. Came across this, watched the trailer. It seemed fun enough, so I checked it out. And to be 100% honest, I was not really a fan of this. I couldn't really get into it, but you know, it there was some good stuff, and it wasn't like bad by any means, but I just personally did not really like it. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. It didn't do it for me. So yeah, that's my overall opinion, unfortunately. Um, so yeah, now I'm gonna get into a little plot summary here. So, okay, the movie follows these three women. Uh, two of the women are these YouTubers, and they basically do like urban exploration videos where they go to like abandoned places and you know make videos there. And I think they have like somewhat of a following. I don't know, but anyways, their friend is not a YouTuber. She's not into the whole urban exploration thing. She's just tagging along, for fun. And for this video, for this urban exploration, they're going to this place called Santa Land, which is this like abandoned Christmas kind of like theme park type deal. And it is currently Christmas Eve while they're doing this. So they go to this place, they're doing their thing, finding random stuff, shooting their video, and they come across Krampus himself. And for the rest of the movie, they're trying to stay alive, they're trying to hide from Krampus, and they're trying to defeat Krampus, but they can't kill Krampus because they're working with Santa. They find real life Santa at Santa Land, so they're teaming up with Santa to take down Krampus. But Santa tells them that they cannot kill Krampus, but he doesn't tell them why. So yeah, the rest of the movie they're trying to like sedate or capture Krampus and stay alive. So that is the basic plot summary. Now I'm gonna get into some dislikes, then I'm gonna get into some likes, and then I just have like one other random point that I want to get into, and then I'm gonna piece the heck out of here. So, I liked the idea of the story, but for me personally, there wasn't enough going on in this movie. There was a couple cool sequences, and there was a couple action-packed sequences. I thought the climax was cool, but throughout the movie, I feel like there wasn't enough going on. There was a lot of just like standing around talking, and I don't know. I felt like there should have been more going on, and for this type of movie, I feel like there should have been like a little bit more action. There should have been more kills. That's another thing. There weren't really a ton of kills in this, and in addition to that, there wasn't that much comedy. I thought this was supposed to be a horror comedy. You just like see the cover you see the title, you expect this to be a somewhat comedic horror movie. You know, these like women, they're all dressed up in their little holiday outfits, and it just it just seems like it's gonna be like a fun movie, but there really was not that much comedy. Um, and something else that I didn't like is there was just like so much swearing in this movie. Like, I think that was supposed to be funny. Like these girls, they were just like every other word was like the F word or whatever, and I think it was kind of supposed to be funny. But here's the deal with swearing. Okay, I like a good, you know, so like I like a good swear word line of dialogue here or there. It like it it makes it makes sense. You know, it's like if you're in a sticky situation, you're gonna be like, oh shit, or whatever. But it's like when you're swearing all the time, it like loses the oomph. You know, it's like if you're using it sparingly, then it actually means something. If you're just every other word is like, shit or whatever, it doesn't like the swear words don't even mean anything. Like they could be used to like like add emphasis to something to show that like there's like it's like a high stakes situation. It's like, oh, we're in trouble, but they were just like swearing too much, and that might be a pet peeve. Maybe no one else cares about that, but it was kind of bothering me because like you could tell like the people who made the movie thought it was like funny, like, oh, let's just have them cuss all the time and every other word is gonna be the F word, and yeah, I wasn't into that. So yeah, that's pretty much the last thing I had for my dislikes. So those are my dislikes. Um, Now I'm gonna get into my likes. So my first like is Krampus looked absolutely fantastic. Um, it was like whatever they did, like all Krampus's makeup. I think it was probably just some gentleman in a suit, but all the makeup, it was practical. It was all practical effects, and he looked awesome. He just looked brutal. Like he had these crazy, sharp teeth going on. He looked like a werewolf, except just with some giant devil horns, and yeah, his look was absolutely phenomenal. I thought he looked great. Another thing that I really liked is so when they initially meet Santa, um, Santa's just chilling. He's just posted up. Nothing's really going on. I mean, he should. I mean, I don't know why he's just chilling because it's Christmas Eve. Shouldn't he have like a lot of stuff to do? Man, actually, now that I'm thinking of this, like, how does this movie make sense if it takes place on Christmas Eve? Like, wouldn't Santa be, you know, he would be. It's like the biggest day of the year. This is like the equivalent of like Black Friday for retail workers. Like, you gotta start doing all your stuff early. Like he's just sitting around drinking beers. That's what I was gonna say though that I liked but I don't even know. I'm overthinking this movie, but yeah, he wasn't preparing, but I'm overthinking it. But getting back to what I liked, so when they initially find Santa, he's just chilling, which he shouldn't be because it's Christmas Eve. He should be, you know, he should be preparing. He should be training. He should be going hard, putting all his packages in his sleigh, but whatever. He's just chilling. And when they first meet Santa, he's like biker Santa. He's got like a bandana on. He's got like a big tattoo on his arm, and he's like talking about he's like, yeah, go pick it up on my bike or whatever. So it's like biker Santa, and this fool is just like steady drinking beers. And I was like, okay, biker Santa, that's pretty cool. But Santa drinking beers on repeat, that's what I'm talking about. That's my Santa. That's my guy. Like, that's a dream I've had since I was a little boy, is to, sip beers with Santa, get turned with Santa. So this, I mean, this movie made my dreams a reality. I mean, I didn't really get to sip beers with the real Santa, but I got to like live vicariously through the characters in this movie and pretend that I was partying with Santa. Because I mean that's my dream. That's on my bucket list. You know, party up with Santa. Maybe we'll sip some festive drinks. You know, sip a little eggnog, throw a little something in there. Maybe we'll sip like a little Bailey's or something. That's kind of festive, you know. But anyways, I liked the fact that you had a biker Santa. He's chilling, drinking some beers. That's awesome. So those are my main likes. You know what? Now that I'm talking about likes, I'm just gonna say there's one kill that I thought was really good too. So there's this one girl and she's got like I forgot what her name is, but she's wearing like a bright blue wig throughout the movie, and like later in the movie her boyfriend comes through, and you know, spoiler alert, Krampus kills her boyfriend, and he pretty much like cuts the whole, like he Krampus pretty much like cuts his whole torso in half, and I thought that was awesome. It was brutal, it was bloody, it was gory, all practical. So, you know, since I'm talking about likes, I gotta give an honorable mention to that kill. That was really the only kill in the movie that I remember, except for a kill later on in the movie that was actually really good. That was like during the very end, like the climax. But I don't want to get into that because I don't want to like spoil too much about this movie. But the kill where the boyfriend got his torso cut in half. Why can I not speak in these videos? The kill where the boyfriend got his torso cut in half was really good. I like that as well. So that's it for my likes. Had to give that an honorable mention as well. And now I'm just gonna get into this one random thing that I wanted to point out. So I don't know why, but this movie has a dubstep score, and I don't know what the heck dubstep has to do with Christmas. I don't know what the heck dubstep has to do with like horror. I can't call it, you know? I was confused. I heard dubstep initially and I was like, man, I haven't heard that in a while. Not hating, like dubstep's cool, but it's like I feel like dubstep was like super popular for a minute and like now you don't really hear it. So I was like, yeah, you know, that's kind of crazy. Like they're playing dubstep, you don't hear dubstep that much. But then like every time music was playing, it was all dubstep, and I was like, they really went with the dubstep score for this Christmas horror movie. If you want to do a dubstep score, that's fine. Like I think Spring Breakers pretty much had a dubstep score, but that worked. That kind of fit the tone. Like I feel like what I already said it, but like what does dubstep have to do with this movie? I don't know. But and then that's the thing too. Not only does it not really fit like the tone of the movie, it's like this movie came out in 2018. I feel like wasn't dubstep a thing in like 2013, 2014? Not that people still don't enjoy it. There's still people putting out dubstep. There's still people who are huge fans of it. But I mean like it kind of peaked in like mainstream popularity in like 2013, 2014. So it's like if you're coming out with your movie in 2018, like wouldn't you want more like topical, like newer music? Like put some more 2018 newer music in there. I don't know. Maybe they just really like dubstep. If that's the case, more power to them. Like make the movie you want to make. That's cool as heck. But if that's not the case, I don't know what the heck was up with that dubstep. And yeah, that was the last thing that I wanted to mention. So now I'm gonna get into my little recommendation, and then I'm gonna head on out. So, uh, you know, this movie, you know, you can tell they were this movie, like all the people who made it, you can tell they meant well. They were coming from a good place. They wanted to make something cool. You know, they wanted to make a fun uh, Christmas themed horror film. You know, so you can't hate on the filmmakers. They definitely tried to make something cool. They put in a lot of work. But me personally, uh, I could not really get into this movie. I was just not a big fan. So I personally would not recommend it because, you know, there's other Christmas themed horror movies that I like, you know, quite a bit more than this. So I personally would not recommend it. There's other stuff out there that, you know, kind of scratches a similar itch. So yeah, I would say that I don't recommend it. So yeah, that's my recommendation, and I pretty much said everything I want to say about Sleigh Bells. So I'm gonna head out here. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.